Thank you. Good morning. My name is Tejas Bhandarkar. I'm from TalkBox. I'm here to talk about two things in a demo. The first one, why should you really care about real-time communications when you're thinking about your digital experiences for mobile users and website users? And then the second one is, what is the best way for you to deliver those types of real-time communications experiences? And that's really where TalkBox features. We actually have a cloud-based platform that enables all of that. Let's take a quick look at some of the mega trends out there. And there's not going to be any surprise to anybody here. This is the age of platforms. We've got a platform for pretty much everything out there today. The other mega trend that's also occurring at the same time is this era of hypercommunications. You're always on, always available across all devices across the world. And TalkBox is kind of at the intersection of communications and platform. Why is this important? Well, the reason for this is that it turns out a lot of consumers actually, even when they happen to be on websites or on their mobile apps, actually prefer to have human interaction when they run into problems, when they have a question, when they need help, filling out a mortgage application form, or need to consult their financial advisor. And so there's a lot of things that need to be there as part of that workflow, and that's what TalkBox enables you to do. So we actually enable developers to directly embed video, voice, and content sharing into your websites and to your mobile applications. So no need to use a third-party solution. This is just, it's right there. Now, there's a bunch of applications that our customers have already used and built in the past. Royal Bank of Scotland is one where they have a video banking app that lets a remote user quickly sign up and create a new account. There is Esurance, which is in the insurance sector, which is about quickly taking a snapshot of a dent or a scratch in the car and then getting an instant appraisal for those damages. Another example is tax preparation, and we all go through this pain where we need help, and now some tax expert can actually come online and quickly help you. So these are all of the examples today. There's a ton of features. I'm just going to rattle off a couple of them here and then move into the demo. Two-factor authentication is an interesting one because it lets you actually take a video stream of myself, match it against my driver license or my passport, and then authenticate me and store all of that in the record. Collaboration, annotation, and all of that is of course part of this overall workflow. Obviously, security when it comes to recording and enabling the content to be stored, encrypted, and then transferred over to you is also part of our architecture. So there's a lot of interesting things that can be done through our platform. Let's now jump into a demo. I'm going to move into my browser. And what you see here is actually, I'm the financial advisor, and my most favorite client, Brian, is sitting there in the kiosk, and I'm going to help him with a couple of things. So the view that you see is my advisor view. He's going to have his own view, which is corresponding. And what we can do here is obviously have a conversation about all the things that we need to do. There's a set of capabilities here, so I can quickly add a new person if I need to. Maybe his wife needs to also be in the loop here, so I can bring her in quickly. I can record this call, and this could be for regulatory purposes. It could be for training purposes. But the thing is, these are the kinds of capabilities that TalkBox can provide, and it's up to you on how you actually want to use this. The other one that I'm going to focus on now is the ability to share content from my screen to his screen. So what I'm going to do is to tap on this screen, and then I'm just going to share the screen itself. And then what you'll see here is obviously the same screen, but now actually what I can do is I can even annotate on top of the screen. I can say, this is where we are, this is where we need to go, what's our plan to get there, let's talk about that, what are the changes necessary. All of those things can be done in real time. And then once all of that is done, I can quickly share that. I can save that as a file, and then I can send that over to Brian, and then we can be in sync on that. So, real quick demo, but hopefully this gives you an understanding of how all of this can be implemented within your environment. So, there's another aspect to all of this. Obviously, there's the platform element. Now, you've seen the rich digital interactive experience that can be delivered through voice, video, and content sharing, but as a platform and as a vendor in the financial space, there's a lot of other things you need to consider, scale being one. I showed you one session here. Clearly, you would be interested in delivering millions of these over time and over space. And so a cloud platform like TalkBox enables you to do that very quickly and easily. Security is paramount for all of us. And so the ability for us to securely encrypt every single video stream that flows, all of the recording that occurs, and then delivering it to you in your storage repositories. That's the architecture that we have built. Customizability is a very emerging trend and something which is incredibly important for us. So all of this actually can work within your own space, in your own environment, in the websites and mobile apps that you have built. So no need for you to use some other third-party vendor to do all this. You can actually do all of this per your requirements, your customization, your branding, your look and feel. And then the last thing is contextual data. And this is actually a little more forward-looking, but this has to do with all of the richness of the content and the data that happens in these real-time sessions. You can actually now start learning from it. So based on who joined, who did they talk with, for how long, what did they discuss, what content was shared, all of that can be part of the history of that individual. And then over time, we can make some personalization decisions as a result of all of this data. So together, I think we can do all of these things with you. Obviously, we don't expect you as a customer to be doing all of these things. We are there to help you along the way. We have a wide ecosystem of partners as well that specialize in the financial sector and can help you. So the takeaway here is real-time communication is incredibly important for your digital customers. Platform is the best way for you to progress on this. Please come to us and have a conversation. We're at the kiosk over there. Brian and I would be happy to answer any questions you have. Thank you so much.